So, this video is dedicated to my mom. I love you, Mom. And actually, it's dedicated to anybody that had a mom that was tough. A mom that maybe didn't know the right words to say. A mom that wasn't as nurturing or had all kinds of crazy stuff going on. And you felt like she could do better. Anybody that had that kind of mom, that's who this video is for. So I love music, and I've always loved music. I'm not a musician, but I've got guitars around, and I even have a piano, but if you tried to pay me, I couldn't play a lick. But I've just always had a passion for music. I love listening to music, and was always music playing when I was a kid, but there were certain songs that were played over and over and over and over again. And my mom was in an abusive relationship with my dad. Whenever she would get upset, she would play music. And there's certain songs that she would just play over and over again, to where they were like pretty much practically part of my DNA. And I was listening to one of them today. It just popped up in my feed on YouTube. And it hit me like a ton of bricks. And I've had epiphany before about her not being the nurturing mom that I wanted, but that she was trying to help me be somebody better. But my thing was, why this, why that, and all these questions. But I remember one time after she was beaten really bad by my dad, she looked me in my eyes and she just kind of looked at me. And she's like, Donnie, you go be somebody. Go be somebody. Don't you be like me. You go be somebody. You were smart. Go be somebody. You read some books. Go learn something. Don't be like me. And if you look at my life right now, we built a beautiful life. And I was thinking about my mom because this song by Candi Staton came on. It's Young Hearts Run Free. And the words are, young hearts run free. Don't be no fool. Don't love no man who don't love you. And there's some really powerful words to that song that really got to me tonight. And it made me realize, just looking at the words to that song, that my mom did her job. She made sure I grew up to use my mind, to use my spirit, to use my talent and my energy to go be somebody. But the words to that song got to me because it was like an indicator that she saw something better for me. And she didn't want me to be like her. And I'm actually going to get you the words to that song because it's so powerful. Because I feel like it's the story of what she was going through that she didn't want us to go through. So I'm gonna get those words and I'm gonna read them to you. I'll be right back. So I wanted to share you the lyrics to this song. But my mom used to play this song over and over and over again, and it literally did not hit me until now. I mean, I knew what she was going through because, I knew my dad, and I knew our life, but for her to play this song over and over again, and then tell us to go be somebody, and specifically play it after she had been abused. So these are the words. What's the sense in sharing this one and only life, ending up just another lost and lonely wife? You'll count up the years and they will be filled with tears. Love only breaks up to start all over again. You'll get the baby, but you won't have your man, while he's busy loving every woman that he can. Say I'm gonna leave 100 times a day. It's easier said than done when you just can't break away. When you just can't break away. Oh, young hearts run free. Never be hung up like my man and me. My man and me. Oh, young hearts run free. Oh, young hearts, to yourself be true. Don't be no fool when love really don't love you. Don't love you. It's high time now. Just one crack at life. Who wants to live in trouble and strife? My mind must be free to learn all I can about me. I'm gonna love me for the rest of my days. Encourage the babies every time they say, self-preservation is what's really going on today. Say I'm gonna turn loose 1,000 times a day, but how can I turn loose when I just can't break away? When I just can't break away. Oh, young hearts run free. They'll never be hung up like my man and me, you and me. Oh, young hearts, to yourself be true. Don't be no fool when love really don't love you. Don't love you. Oh, young hearts run free. They'll never be hung up like my man and me. My man and me. Oh, young hearts, to yourself be true. Don't be no fool when love really don't love you. Don't love you. And then it goes on. Oh, young hearts run free. They'll never be hung up like my man and me. My man and me. Oh, young hearts, to yourself be true. Don't be no fool when love really don't love you. My mom would play that song over and over and over again. And to us, it was just a song that she liked, but it was her way of telling us what to do and to not get into situations like she was in. And I can honestly say that I have never, ever been in a physically abusive relationship, verbally abusive relationship, nothing. And the one time that I did date somebody and found out that, he liked to kind of run around with women, all it took was one time. I found out one time that he was cheating or about to cheat. Actually, he was on his way on a trip to see another woman in another city, and I broke it off. And people go, well, why were you so severe? I mean, you don't even know if he was going to do it. It doesn't matter to me. Something didn't feel right. I found out he was going out of town to see another woman. I broke it off. I wasn't going to be in a relationship for years and bring him back, let him in, bring him out, and go through that whole, looking in his phone. Well, back then, it was back in the day, not looking at his phone, but text or whatever. I wasn't going to play that game. I didn't want to be that type of woman, but I have to admit, I didn't want to be that type of woman because my mom had conditioned me not to be that type of woman. My mom conditioned me to go be somebody. Like she said, go be somebody, Donnie. And I did. And I have an amazing marriage. And I have a man that loves me, that cares about me. That's a great father. And I feel like I do have to attribute some of that to the reverse lessons of my mom and the direct lessons of my mom telling me, don't be like me. My mom still has some things that she deals with and some issues. However, grace and mercy, grace. And I broke down today listening to that song. And I've heard that song 1,000 times. But I broke down today because I really listened to the words and realized what she was going through. And I also realized that my mom did the best with what she had. And she married my dad when she was 18 years old. At 18, she'd already had 2 kids. Actually, she had me when she was 18, which says something. 18, 19 years old. And she wanted to get out of her mother's house because of stuff that was going on there. And she had already been abused. She was already the mother of 2, had already given up custody of them because of other extenuating circumstances. And in her mind, she wanted better for us, but she also wanted us to have a dad because she said she didn't grow up with her dad. in the home. So there were so many different dynamics. And so I just want to say thank you, Mom, for helping me become the woman that I am, for playing those songs over and over and over again and helping them get into my subconscious mind to want to do better and be better. And I might do a few other songs on another video, because there's several that she used to play over and over and over again. And they were the soundtrack of my childhood. But when I listen to the words now, I realized that she was trying to give me a direction, even though she didn't know exactly how. And maybe because I didn't get the nurturing from her, it made me desire to go out and get out of the situation that I was in. Because I remember saying distinctly, I ain't going to be like you. Well, guess what? She didn't want me to be like her. And for that, I'm grateful. So, I love you, Mom. And if you had a difficult mom, maybe reconsider why she did what she did. And appreciate that she did the best with what she had or what she knew how to do. That doesn't make everything right. That doesn't make everything perfect. But maybe it can create a space for love and forgiveness. All right, be blessed.